Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry on an Ekko jungle here in season 12. We have Dark Harvest on impact with eyeballs, Relentless, Absolute Gathering, attack speed, AP, and armor. It looks like they're invading us, so we might have to start Q. Normally you would start W on Ekko if you're gonna get a leash, but if they're gonna invade you like this, then it's just kind of awkward. We gotta reset right now, or we're gonna be late. I would like to start bot lane for best leash possible. On Ekko, you have three main jungle routes you can run. You can do a full clear if you feel like there's not going to be a good gank, or you see there's no gank, or if you want to reset. You can do a 5 camp clear if you want to gank before Scuttle spawns, or you could do a 4 camp clear to get a very early gank before Scuttle spawns. But your full clear on Ekko is like a 3 minute 30. It's not fast at all. This leash is not going to be very good, I can tell. Kite this back. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 might try to hook this, so I'm trying to pull it back as far as I can. Could always count on a 𝐒𝐿𝐴 support to do trolley crap. I'm pulling it out really far and trying to body block. Nice. Once you get your Q, you can apply your passive much faster. So then you can use it again for the second time. Ekko jungle plays well against pretty much everything that isn't going to put giga pressure on him in the first 3 levels. He really struggles with getting invaded since his 1 vs 1s are very weak in the early game. He's a massive scaler. He way outscales champions like Evelynn. Really any other mage jungler is going to outscale as well. Obviously going to outscale an Elise. Does really good damage. Insane damage output. And good mobility as well. This champion's extremely versatile. You can play him mid and jungle. So if you pick him and you want them to think you're playing a mid, you just ban a mid laner like Annie or Syndra, Malzahar, and they may actually think you're playing a mid, especially if your team has a Jax or a Rumble, because those could play jungle as well. Your Q spreads out the farther away you throw it, so you get into the habit of floating it into the camp rather than shooting it at it like a bullet. I think we're gonna just do a 5 camp clear then gank. I'm seeing a lot of different things on the map that we could influence right now. Still have smite. Could just go for scuttle really early here. Get there right when it spawns. And we'll just do that. You can take them insanely fast. Just one auto attack and a Q really. I assume Lee Sin started bot side, best leash. We'll cross through. This isn't worded. Where the heck did Annie go, though? This is very strange. So Annie's just not here. Rumble needs to shove. There we go, level 4. Maybe she reset. That's possible. She might have just left. We'll gank bot here. It's doable if my bot lane reacts. Yeah, this is free. We'll EQ in, flash. Got the blitz. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and stay and just shove this. Get XP from it. Lets my bot lane. Oh, actually, my bot lane could have froze it there. If they would ping me off, I guess I would have been fine with that. At least in this top side, looks like he did a full clear. He didn't end up getting a scuttle crap since we got to that one really early. We'll take this real quick. We could probably take his raptors from him if he lingers long enough. Could just go to his Krugs once Blitz shows up to lane. I don't want him to see me on the crossover. We'll wait till we see him. Wave mid. I should actually, that's huge. That's so big. That's worth like 3 jungle camps. W from the shadow so she can't see it. EQ. We get this done. We'll smite a minion. That was so much XP for us. That was giga worth it for us. We're gonna float our Q in from a distance. It hit the whole camp there, literally on both sides of it. Because it's fatter once it arrives. It's skinny, 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 then fat floats out, then floats in. That's the 2-part damage, is the out and in. I got her really low for Rumble. He could probably solo her. Should probably look for a reset here. Gank bot. Blitz has no flash. Jack should be able to handle Xin Zhao top. Xin Zhao's on hit. Grab an early Hex Tech Alternator. And we'll grab tier 1 boots as well. If I didn't have gold for boots, we would grab a control ward. Getting an early Dark Seal is good as well. I wouldn't do it unless you get at least 1 kill in your first clear. Ekko can generally choose his battles. His E can go over almost every wall in the game. You can even go over this medium large raptor wall part if you do it right. His E has a lot more distance than most people realize. So he can choose his engages, typically stay alive with his R, his E mobility, which lets him take full advantage of Dark Seal and Mesh by not losing the stacks. He also takes really good advantage of Zhonya's with the way his W and R work. Looks like Lee Sin's bot side. Wasn't really gankable for me, so I just pulled off. We have a lot more CS and we also got to back off. We're up 3 camps right now. And a recall. Oh, we can't do this. Yasuo might actually die. Yeah, a little forced on my part. Lee Sin will be on red buff. If he didn't reset. Alright, he did reset. I don't know. Maybe we do wraps while we wait for him. No, his wraps are down. What do we do? Rumble has R. He wants me to wait. And W from the shadows, assuming this isn't warded, and it should work out pretty good. EQ into her. We got her slow off. Didn't get the stun. She had flash. We hit level 6 pre 7 minute 30. That's actually pretty good for Ekko, especially since we didn't full clear. If you're not full clearing, your XP will be a little less consistent if your ganks don't pan out, which they haven't really been panning out that well. I really want to go back bot. I feel like the enemies are playing really safe. So I guess we do dragon here. We have mid prio, we have bot prio. This is a really free dragon. They have no way of contesting it. Lee Sin is gonna have to blind steal it. Got it. With the E smite. Beautiful. Annie is full HP. I don't think Rumble plays well into Annie. She outranges him on everything. Probably has more damage anyways. At least in the short term. Just a quick 2 spell shot. I'm gonna go ahead, W over the wall, E. My W was kind of bad there. She reacted so late it actually turned out. R back into her. And Tibbers is... Holy crap, my E came up. I died mid-E. Tibbers is so broken, man. So friggin' broken. Whew, so much damage. Alright. We'll look for a blasting wand, or we could go... Yeah, I guess we just go blasting wand. I was thinking about getting a dark seal. It's probably not worth it. We're not really fed yet. Jax is shoved up. Still have a little more CS than Lee Sin. He got a blue buff from killing us. Oof. Wait, where did he? I guess he just took that blue buff, and he's the one who got the kill on us. Jax gets a double, makes sense. He blocks both their auto attacks. He also has plated steel caps, which is insane for the early game. It's really good the whole game, but particularly early mid. Oh wow, there's nothing to take. Imagine that. At least we're behind Annie for the gank. Her flash is on a cooldown. We'll W behind her. EQ into her. Get off the stun. Whenever you throw out your W from a distance when they can't see you, which is what you're supposed to do, so that way it doesn't show them it, half of it. Basically hides half the animation. Gives them way less time to react. need to really think about where they're going to move to and why. Don't just randomly toss it out or you'll miss pretty much all of them. There, she's obviously going to retreat to her turret. If she doesn't retreat to her turret, she's going to die anyways. Blitzcrank, same thing here. Get off the stun. That was really good. We're not going to be able to keep up the Lee Sin there. Pretty fed off that. That was a really good interaction. We landed a good stun on the Samira. Lee Sin ended up missing Q. I'm also going to do more damage than Lee Sin in a team fight like that since I have so much more AoE with my Q spam. Can also apply my passive like crazy. Imagine they're going to rotate to me here. Wow, Lee Sin's just giving it. Alright, we'll go mid. Annie, no full item. This is warded. W from the shadows. I do want that shield. I'll flash for it. I think her flash is still on a cooldown. Yeah, screw you, Tibbers. I'll take that plus 50. Thank you very much, Tibbers. Now we have 50% KP, which is decent. I like to have 60% or more. It's not always possible. Jax has been getting a lot of solo kills. Just haven't been part of that. We could hop over this wall. Samira is pretty far behind. He also just got to go for it. Got the slow. That's a double stun. Blitz needed to block me off. And then I would only stun one of them versus both. R back. Easy kill. Ekko's R makes him one of the best turret dive champs in the game because you block turret shot in midair. It doesn't hit you. And you still soak the aggro. And you can instantly get out and heal for a lot. Pre-6, his turret dives aren't that good compared to something like Elise, but once he is 6, his turret dives are probably better than Elise. He really shines. Ekko's all about minimizing how far behind you fall pre-6, and then once you're 6th, so many opportunities open up. I think the main thing is just realizing when you can and can't turret dive something. Like, you've seen me go mid a couple of times. I'll be full HP. And Annie doesn't really have a way of getting away from us. So if she's pushed up a little bit, I can just flop right over the wall if I want to. Turret dives aren't as important. The lower elo you are, the less important turret dives are, honestly. For example, if this was even lower elo, Annie would be pushed up harder, or she'd be pushed up farther past her minions to where we could walk up behind her and we wouldn't really have to go over a wall. The turret dive is a solution to a problem of them positioning too decently, essentially. Or positioning too safely, I should say. So if they're not positioning safely, there's no point coming from that deep. Nothing for us to do now. We just full cleared. We'll look for full item back into dragon. I'm sitting on a massive item here. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we are giga strong now. We're game ending strong, honestly. Only way they can kill us is if we miss stun, and then Annie stuns me, Blitz CCs me, and then I'll die. All of that has to happen though. If I land my W, even if I get CC'd, the shield alone will basically be able to keep me alive. Nice. Nice. Rumble loses that. Even with the Soraka R. Zen has tier 2s and he's also going the hyper carry build. He's got Kraken. Oh, I guess he died from my Q. The back end of it whipped him. I didn't want to walk in the bush with him because he's going to do a lot of damage. Kraken on Zen's surprisingly really good. Played it. Did a vid on it. Oh, hey, Samira. Whew! They really want it. Lee Sin does have Gore Drinker. Hey, bud. You sure you want to do that, Lee Sin? Does not seem worth to me. I know Blitz is here. Oh, he's actually out of mana. Nice. These guys can get pushed off turret. I could go for oof. This is actually bad, and he could wipe me there. Stun wasn't ready. Yeah, I should be going for Herald. We're not playing enough for objectives. We have double dragon, but we never really went for Herald. Once again, on Ekko, unless you have an item advantage or level advantage, you're not going to be able to solo any meta jungler like Xin Zhao, Lee Sin, even Warwick. I wouldn't call Warwick meta, but his solos are good. Even Udyr. You have to have some kind of advantage on Ekko. Like in the late game, obviously it's different, but early mid game, if you're one full item or less, and they're one full item or less, it's just you're gonna be out ganking them and out scaling them is the goal. When I say out ganking, I mean like the quality of your ganks. So many caveats, but yeah, you're not gonna be out in terms of quantity necessarily, but quality oftentimes. Blitz could be here. I have R. Jack's on the split push bot side. I don't know. This is kind of weird. Yeah, we can't. Soraka's pinging me to use Herald. Herald wouldn't even finish that turret. It'd be pointless. Let's rotate top instead. Oh, wow. I have to lay this now. They're all mid. Xin Zhao, what are you gonna do? We'll R back. Rumble. Oof. Okay, he gets it. Nice. And Lee Sin gets me. Alright, it is what it is. Lee Sin gets the kill. Rumble finishes off Annie, and we get our Lich Bane. We've been dying so much this game. It's a good thing we didn't go for Dark Sill. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I see. Probably should have gone for Merc Treads this game because of the Annie. We'll have to position accordingly. If she hits us with a stun, we'll probably just die if her teammates are behind it. I'm pretty squishy. I don't have any tenacity either. Their biggest win condition is essentially just the Annie. They don't have a proper way of dealing with Jack split and Yasuo win wall, and Yasuo is going to counter out the Samira pretty hard. Team fights. Best thing you could have to be our comp, I think, would be something like a Swain. Just a big AoE, really a zero skill shot champion. We think about it. Most of his damage comes from non-skill shot sources. Just him being on his R and using his claw move. The Sith laser beams, essentially. Swain would do really well into us. Let's see if these guys are up to. Ooh, hey Zen. Got him with the stun, and this guy is a goner. Thank you for the speed up. These guys are getting clobbered. My Lich Bane's putting out some damage. Wait, Jax died? How'd that happen? What's going on here? You can apply Ekko passive to a bunch of different champions kind of simultaneously. What, these pings are so bad. What are these pings? And you're dead. So yeah, your passive, every 3 times you've hit someone total within the past few seconds, you will get a big movement speed bonus and do a bunch of damage against them. 70% movement speed at the moment starts out at 50%. Goes from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, depending on your level. That is a big part of Ekko's scaling, is that radical movement speed. Super hard for people to match. 70% movement speed, that really is insane. It's faster than a Rammus. Oof, Jax. E rocket belt. She got me with the stun. My E will be up here shortly. Bonk. I want that Dark Harvest stack. Slow him with my red buff. He's running. And that's it. That's all there is to it. GG's well played. Let's take a look at the graphs. Looking at damage ultimate champions, we had the most in the game. Looking at our runes, we got pretty good value out of Dark Harvest for only a 20-minute game. 1300 damage is a lot. Really happy with everything here. And the longer the game goes, the more value you're going to be getting out of Absolute, and particularly Gathering Storm. Ekko jungle, an amazing jungler to one trick, or an amazing jungler to have as your AP jungler. So if you already made an AD style like Zen, might as well pick up a Ekko. Super, super strong. He's never really off meta, even if he doesn't have a high pick rate, because his kit is so versatile. He has so many outplay potential and such good scaling that in a solo queue environment, he's amazing. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is 𝐒𝐿. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.